Good evening, everyone. Welcome to EU2 on streets of Monaco. We are making round 9 because it couldn't be made on the right time. Let's quickly check driver standings. Gelt is leading the pack with 194, second place with for Jack Hawkeye with 180, Alistar on third place with 126 points, Konzo with 92, Pookie with 87, Mati Robo with 66, Vabu with 53, Ricky with 49 points on P8, J-Ray P9 with 47 points, and Cornish Kak completing the top 10 with 38 points. Quickly checking team standings. Red Bull is leading with 254 points, Mercedes on second place with 193, 10 points behind them Alfa Romeo, another 20 points behind on P4 Williams, McLaren with 113 points, Ferrari on P6 with 105, Alpine 2 points behind them, Aston Martin on P8 with 80 points, Alfa Tauri with 71 on P9, and Haas with 56 points is completing the pack. Tonight I have with me very special guest, good friend of mine, Fabian. Good evening, Fabian.
Yeah, good evening.
Quite new to the league, so it might be a bit confusing all of here for you. But I'm really
Yeah,
looking
sure.
forward for this race. There are
Yeah,
a bunch of pretty fast guys. So I'm expecting really close battle for them. A couple of
yeah.
drivers already on track.
I'm also very excited for Monaco. Um, I never had a Monaco race for a very long time now.
Well, yeah, and especially as Contest of Speed tradition, it's midnight race in Monaco
Very
to get
true.
things a bit more spicy. Apologies. Urgent message. Uh, oh, it might be me, Hood, but I'm afraid I won't be able to fix this at this moment. I hope echoing is not too big. So for now, Kepsi is first one to start his first attempt. DRS wide open, heading to Standard Devote. Really tight, was super close to hit that wall on the outside. Heading uphill, a little bit touch. Oh, that might be a reason why I'm echoing, because I left uh, stream sound open. Anyway, Kepsi
That makes
is
sense.
heading to the tunnel. A little bit of traffic in front of him. That might ruin his lap. Alpine is getting out of his way. So is Aston
So
Martin, I
does the
believe.
Aston Martin. Yes.
Finishing the sector 2, 52, 111. That's the benchmark on sector 2. Last two corners to the start finish ring. There's wide open, and benchmark for those guys will be 110.3. Ricky is second
Rika,
one,
yeah,
but
yes.
after sector 2 he was losing 3 seconds to Kepsi, so I expect it won't be kind of impressive lap, but Ricky wasn't using his battery. He started to deploying now, so he made double out lap. Rosa Sky is crossing to the
Rosa is
line,
crossing.
111.4.
Next one, who is at least starting the lap, is Cornish.
I see Wakanda Forever is leaving the tunnel to the chicane really tight. Most important, he didn't invalidate it. 52.3, so 1.4 second loss to Cap C. Really aggressive on the inside curb. Car a bit bumped up. And not Tom Carter is out of the session. He crashed out on sector 3, 111.106 for Wakanda Forever. Meanwhile, Borja with 1:10.343 sets a new provisional pole. Who is closer? Cornish Mantus is going to finish his lap. Last two turns. Battery deployment is quite low on this track, so they should be able to make even double push lap. Mantus with 1:13.3. Yes. So also not that impressive lap as I would be expecting. While J. Prentice on second sector, 53.6.
Alista also with the first purple sector at the moment.
Kepsi improving himself by over once.
Oh, and he
hit
the inside wall.
Alistar. Oh, plenty of people was the victims for this chicane. J. Prentice meanwhile on provisional P5 with 1:12.4. Vabu on his flyer, I believe. Oh, a little bit of traffic. I think there was a contact.
Yeah,
or
the Aston Martin was trying to
just scared
get out of the way,
of Wakanda over there. And his car slided a bit. He's leaving his lap. Another one. Ricky is on the out lap. J. Prentice is not improving.
Who is improving?
A little bit of contact for J. Prentice. Only 1700 loss on second sector, so he might try to push to the end. No, he's jumping in. Rosa Sky on his flyer, over 4 tenths improvement on first sector, so might be interesting lap.
Ricky about to start his lap.
So keep with Ricky, I will keep with Rosa Sky, who left his lap after a little mistake. So I believe, let's see what Vabu is doing. Vabu.
Ricky is 1.6 up of his previous time. Purple first sector again.
Yes, but purple sectors in this game are still, let's say, questionable.
It doesn't have to mean it's purple, yeah.
Vabu first lap had with 1:21, so a little bit of contact on the outside wall. He is improving by almost 10 seconds after second sector. So
Ricky
it might be
2.2 seconds up.
Yeah, I mean Ricky is and Vabu 10.341, 2 milliseconds in front of Borja on P2. Ricky is, let's say, pretty low on driver standings because only on P8, but he left a couple of races because of work. And he is the one who always might be a dark horse of the race. This guy gets really good pace and amazing racecraft. So this is the guy to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky on P2 with
Good to know.
10.2. Exactly 3 tenths loss to Kepsi. Now who Kanzo finishing his lap, but he is on mediums and it's P10 with 11.993. I don't know who is first one on the lap. I believe it will be Cornish. Cornish Mantus. That's important because we have more than one Cornish in the league. Improving in first sector by 2 tenths according to the game purple sector, but watching his previous time, it might be a questionable purple sector. Yellow flag in front of him.
Yeah.
That was, I believe, Kanzo. He was getting out of the way. Really close for
And
Cornish Mantis to hit that inside wall on the chicane.
it was Keepsy leaving space in the tunnel.
Yeah, and Cornish left his lap. It was Borja.
Well,
It was Borja probably who improved
who's
himself by
Wakanda Forever is on the outlap.
on the outlap. Rosa is on the flyer and he was improving by just over 4 tenths.
JP is basically driving his previous lap time, but hitting the wall now in the swimming pool section.
Yes, but he decided to continue. Oh,
Will
and
it be enough for an improvement?
yes,
Yes, it is.
over 6 tenths. Rosa Sky
Oh, we have a standing Ferrari.
heading to the pit lane again. He was improving by almost 4 tenths in first sector. Wakanda after first sector 1/10 improvement. And again, a little bit of traffic in front of him in sector 2 and 3. It might be a crucial, but I think Borja invalidated his lap. Wakanda forever. So, and he invalidates the swimming pool section. Kepsi meanwhile improving himself again. And he is just improving his advantage over position 2. But speaking about position 2, Ricky is on the flyer. 3 tenths down to his previous time on sector 1. Just over 5 minutes to the session end. Babu is one to start with hot lap.
I think Ricky will be the next one to set a time.
Yes, Ricky is still deploying. He improved
0.2.
Yes, and
on his time.
he was 3 tenths down on sector 1. So half a second improvement in sector 2
In
only. That's impressive.
Wow. That's really impressive.
Yes, and 109.9, really close to Kepsi.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the pole position would be possible for him. Truly.
It looks like he messed up a bit in sector 1, but sector 2 was mega drive by him.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Vabu finishing second sector, 2 tenths improvement, so he's going for potential P3 for him. A little bit of no, that won't be impressive lap, but I believe he will make another run same tire compound. No, it looks like he is not deploying battery, so it won't be
Yes.
improvement.
He
Konzo, meanwhile,
is
crossing the
coming in.
line, improving by 1 second and heading to the P6. Cornish Mantus improving himself by almost half a second in Sector 2. But with this time, he will still remain on P9, sadly for him. Here is wide open, heading to the start-finish line. Lap is over. 9 tenths improvement, but still only P9 for the AlphaTauri driver.
Konso, meanwhile, is 1/10 up in the first sector. Now approaching the chicane.
Oh, a little bit of contact with the inside wall.
But at least no broken wheel.
Yeah, but it costed him 2 tenths.
And he's coming in, yeah.
He's coming in,
Getting
so no.
another shot with a new fresh tire.
So now first one to start is Rosa Sky, finishing his out lap. Started deploying battery, gears wide open, heading to turn 1. Really close to the wall on the exit. Uphill run, gentle braking. In sector 1, almost half a second improvement in sector 1. So this might be a lap to watch. But also, it's always good to notice that track evolution in this game is a huge thing for qualifying sessions.
Yeah. Capsy is also improving by 1.5 tenths at the moment.
Yellow flags in sector 1. Rosa Sky, meanwhile, 8 tenths improvement in sector 2.
Oh, but he invalidated his run in the chicane.
Yo, Capsy.
Capsy, yeah.
Painful for him.
He will probably recharge and go for another
Rosa Sky, 7 tenths improvement. That's P6 for Ferrari driver. I believe he has not enough time. Cornish Mantus retired from the session. Probably in pit lane. I didn't see him on the track. So Wakanda Forever is first one. Or Kepsi is in front of him. Kepsi is in front of him and he is improving by 12 hundredths of the second in sector 1.
Mati now crossing the line with his first time.
First and only probably. 1:12.79 P10 for Mercedes driver. So not the best performance for Mercedes guys in qualifying session. Where Kepsi in sector 2, Ferrari is getting out of the way for him. 2 tenths improvement in sector 2. He is flying.
Oh, I think this corner wasn't the best.
What we will see on the time board, 19597. That's the new benchmark for those guys.
Let's see if Ricky can improve on that.
Yes, but plenty of drivers in front of Ricky right now. Matthew Robo is heading to the pit lane. Jay Prentice won't improve himself because he invalidated his lap time. Vabel is improving himself by over 3 tenths. A little bit of oversteer.
Ricky's time wasn't enough to get the pole position.
But Sadly for
What is
him,
Consul
Kepsi
doing?
improved too, and Konzo minor improvement, 81 milliseconds, if I noticed that correctly. So that's P7 for Williams driver. So Kepsi with pole position, Ricky completing the front row, Wakanda Forever and Borja on second row, Vabu and Rosa Sky starting P5 and P6, Konzo and Jay Prentice is P7 and P8, Cornish Mantus, Matthew Robo completes the top 10, Alistar and not Tom Carter completing the grid without time set. Unlucky
Yeah,
for
really
them
unfortunate
with
for them.
incidents on track. So, chat,
Well,
I see a couple of you over there. I'm listening for your predictions for this race. Sky looks clear for the race. That's definitely good news for the drivers.
Monaco in wet race. What could possibly go wrong?
Important thing and reminder, formation lap is off, or at least it should be off. Distinct vision,
Well,
apologies for late reply, but thank you kindly for following Contest of Speed community. Uh, Fable left the session, not good, but we are still waiting. Those boys to
no heroics into
set up the
center post.
strategies. Apologies, we missed the start. Kepsi, uh, Rosa Sky retired from the session and is full call safety car.
What happened there?
Turn 1 in Monaco. That's what happened over there.
It was pretty late at the exit. It wasn't. But yeah, really unfortunate to be out in turn one already.
Wakanda Forever dropped 4 positions. Kenzo, J. Prentice, and Alistar improved by 3. That's the good news for
Uh,
him, but tires. Tires is the thing that we are interested right now. So J. Prentice currently on P5, Alistar currently on P8, and Cornish Mantis on P9 on hard compound, and the rest of the grid decided to pick up mediums. Full cost safety car on turn 1 in Monaco. Okay, let us be honest.
um,
That's not surprising at all.
yeah, but can I ask what the safety car is doing right now?
Safety
It's just
car is
it's
waiting
just
for the
driving.
pack.
It's just driving around the track
It looks like
and
it
now waiting in the
stopped on
tunnel.
the exit of the tunnel.
Yeah,
Cornish Mandus, Wakanda Forever, and Alistar to the
Alistar
pit
and
lane.
Intus. Alistar chose to use Intus.
Yes, I do see that. I mean, it might be
I don't
strategy.
know.
It might be strategy move because he don't want to waste a fresh compound for the safety car, so he will pit once again, I guess. Cornish Mantis on mediums and Wakanda on hard compound. Let's hide this. Vabu, do I have you, Vabu? Apologies for that. I'm afraid I don't have you, Vabu.
Well, oh, we have the Mercedes Matty going into the pits as well.
Let me quickly.
Switching onto mediums. On hards. Sorry.
Yeah, Alistar as well. Again in pit lane. He is changing that intermediate tires. But
Two
pit crew is
hards.
busy because of recently stop of his teammate. Uh,
Meanwhile, Cornish approaching the back of the grids. Vavo has joined again.
okay, Vabu was invited. Thank you, Ricky, for that.
But I'm not really sure if he can join anyways.
Yeah, he is on the grid on P3, so he should be able to
Ah,
retake
yeah,
control
okay.
on the car.
Ah, okay, I thought he would have respawned, despawned.
No, 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 no. He is fine. Lucky for him, it was super early safety car, and
Oh,
he
Rosa
is
left the
Rosa
session.
Sky. Rosa,
Ah, yeah, okay,
but
he
Rosa
deleft.
was crashed, so safety car will stay with us for one more lap.
Yeah, as Alistar is still catching up.
I mean, it's good that the he wasn't closer in sector 3 because in this game sometimes there was a quite late calls for a safety car. So
Yeah, I have experienced that once myself
in
in
theory,
in Monza in the Parabolica.
safety car could be called when they would reaching Tabak corner. So no time at all to react for this. Ricky is weaving, Kepsi is weaving, everyone is weaving, so they are heating up the tires good old fashioned way. They are not playing with brake and throttle. I mean, I'm not surprised at all because on tracks like Monaco, that
Yeah, it's pretty
might
risky.
end really wrong. We have
Yes.
confirmations, safety car in this lap. So now we are waiting when the Kepsi decide to
Accelerate again.
pull out.
Oh, and he's already pushing again
Yes,
out of the
indeed,
second
really,
last corner.
really, really quick restart for him. Ricky overslept a bit, Vabu behind him as well.
Yeah, comfortable gaps between the first four drivers.
Yes, it looks like, let's say, I'm not sure, it's a bit maybe risky to say it, but biggest loser of this restart was Kenzo, who is potentially out of DRS right now. But still, DRS is not that powerful as on the other tracks. Beauty camera angle. for Ricky on the chicane. The Ricky
Okay,
is
so
losing distance to Kepsi.
Borja, meanwhile, is really trying to get past JP.
And looks like it's closest putter on the track right now.
Yes, it is.
Rosa is, I mean, Borja is with tire
Borja.
advantage.
Oh, going around the outside in front of the casino?
Super
No.
risky move. It's easy to lost your rear end and crash the wall. Alistar, meanwhile, managed to overtake Mati somewhere at the end of Sector 1.
I'm pretty sure there will be maybe a dive into the chicane. Let's find out.
I believe Borja might be a bit
Uh,
too far, but he was trying, but really well positioning
well defended.
by
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo reserve driver. J.
Oh, but
Prentice
do you
is
see
reserving, but
the train building up the
yes, from
behind
P5 all the
GP?
way down to Alistar on P10, and DRS is enabled. They won't be able to use it on this lap, but on the end of next one. But look how far J. Prentice already dropped from Konzo. It's almost 4 seconds gap.
Oh, going for another move again, but this
This
time
time
it.
for the inside and really wide. A
What a
little bit
lovely
of
side-by-side battle.
snap with the outside wall, and not Tom Carter is overtaking
Oh,
Borja right now.
and the Haas
Really
profiting from
well
the
done
battle.
move by Haas driver.
That's a really great racing.
And I see Borja is missing his end plate. It, it's not ideal for trucks like Monaco. Wakanda Forever is
That's
overtaking
unfortunate.
Borja.
He's locking
Alistar
up.
is overtaking Alistar.
Yeah, Borja probably need to pit now.
He lost already
He
over
lost a
one
lot of
second
downforce.
to
Yeah.
Aston Martin in front of him. Oh, and Alistar is going to the inside.
Almost crashing there.
Yeah, good that Mercedes driver stepped out of
Yeah.
this overtake attempt over there. And also Cornish Mantus heading to the pit lane. He is missing whole front wing. And he will stay behind Alpine driver. So now J. Prentice still under the pressure, but now not from Borja this time. It's not Tom Carter, and Wakanda Forever really close behind them as well.
Ooh, little tap.
A little bit of lockup by Aston Martin driver.
Ooh, really close to the wall.
Yeah, to be fair, from my perspective, it looked. Oh!
Oh, and almost losing the rear.
Almost losing the rear. Great control, great counter
Well saved, yeah.
by Haas driver. But now he is under huge pressure from Aston Martin behind him. Meanwhile, Fabu is pulling a pressure on Ricky on battle for position 2. Oh, a little bit of lockup by Ricky, and I believe Fabu touched him a bit with his front wing. Doesn't look like his front wing is damaged. No, definitely I don't see any damage. Another gentle lockup. J. Prentice is still losing the gap to the car in front of him, and not Tom Carter is still pushing him as much as he can.
Oh, Ricky is coming into the pits.
And it
So
might
Vavo
be
has free air to
Babu
push.
got cleaner, Ricky on the hard compound. He might be able to complete race on this compound. He is leaving the pit lane on P9, but I believe it's strategical. So he was in battle with Vabu, huge pressure on him. So he decided to jump into the pit lane to try make a massive undercut on Ferrari driver and maybe even potential undercut on Kepsi right now. Fun fact, by myself, I
Oh well.
was starting.
Let's see if this works out. I think he will have to pit one more time as it's another set of hearts.
Not Tom Carter, again super close to Jay Prentice, and if they want to be in battle for podium, they have to, both of them, not Tom Carter and Wakanda, they have to overtake Jay Prentice as soon as they can. Meanwhile, Alistar joined the pack. So now it's four-way battle for P5. Ricky boxing again. That's a bit surprised. And
Don't retire
he
from the session.
decided to retire. Oh, front wing
That's
damage. Probably we didn't seen that because when they releasing his front wing, I didn't really notice any damage.
me neither. Yeah, but well, that's a quite early call to DNF by your own.
Well, all or
Well,
nothing for Ricky, I guess. Just
in Monaco anything can happen.
yeah, that's true. That's really true. I mean, why I mentioned that boxing for hearts was a strategy call by Ricky. He was the one who suggested me, listen, it's Monaco. Start on softs and go immediately to the pit lane after first lap. Switch to hards or medium on whatever compound you want. You will be in clean air. You made a massive undercut on everyone, and for sure there will be a safety car, so you will gain a lot of positions. And I have to admit that strategy work.
Okay.
Why not Tom
Yeah, I
Carter?
personally didn't had a Monaco race since like F1 2021. So yeah, I don't know if such a strategy works, but I think
I
so.
mean, in this game it works. In previous ones, not entirely sure about this, but in this game I have no feeling at this track. In previous one, I was in top 1000 in time attacks. Meanwhile, Vabu
Yeah,
heading to the pit
Vabu
lane
in the
for
pit
the new
lane,
front
yes.
wing, and Alistar first victim of track limits. That's make his life way harder, especially that he's in the battle for P5 and Mati Robo joined the pack. So Jay Prentice is slowing those boys down.
Yeah, he must sweat a lot at the moment. This is so much pressure.
Yeah, but look, gap to Konzo in front of them is already over 13 seconds. It's lap 13, so they are losing over 1 second each lap. That's not ideal for them. And guys behind, maybe excluding Wakanda, have strategy advantage. Oh, only Tom Carter got strategy advantage on Jay Prentice because he might, and he, in my opinion, should pit now for hard compound. Oh,
Oh, there is a front wing gone by the Haas. Is it?
it
It
doesn't
still
look
looks
like.
fine. Yeah,
I
it looks
definitely
fine to me.
seen end
But I
plate
saw
flying
parts
around.
flying. I saw parts flying and the
Oh,
car was sideways. But
Jay
okay.
Prentice, he crashed himself
Oh
onto turn
no!
one.
Yeah.
Too late braking
Oh,
by
damn.
Alfa Romeo
Yeah,
driver.
like I said, the pressure was really high on him. Is it a caster curse? I'm not sure if that counts.
It might a bit. And I believe, especially watching those guys, I believe that could be a Jay Prentice end plate flying around. We seen.
Yeah, this is pretty much ideal for every medium driver right now, isn't it?
I mean, right now, Kepsi, Kanza, not Tom Carter.
And so,
Let's check. Kepsi is already on
Kano
hard
in.
compound. Konzo is heading to the pit lane probably for hard compound. Not Tom Carter. I assume he will box for hard compound as well. Wakanda Forever is heading to the pit lane.
Okay. Okay. So the hard drivers are pitting as well.
Mati Robo, meanwhile, he didn't decided to jump into the pit lane. He stayed on track. He chose track position, and he's on P3. Oh, Ricky just explained on chat that he gets sudden FPS drop. I mean, Ricky,
Oh, okay.
you are using Windows Wakanda Forever. Meanwhile, apologies. I will back to question to you, Ricky, in a moment. But I just noticed Wakanda Forever decided to jump in for soft compound. That's brave call
Yes.
for him. We have 25 more laps to go. So the tires might not handle. Not Tom Carter dropped pretty far behind. He's on P8 right now, so he could potentially changing his front wing. So now Mati Robo on P3 with 12 lap old tires, Vabu with 2 lap old hearts, Borja on P5 with 7 lap old hearts, and Wakanda on fresh softs, Alistar on fresh mediums, Nathan Carter on fresh hearts, and Cornish Mantis with 2 lap old hearts. Uh, and going back to you, Ricky, uh, you are using Windows 11 as I remember. That might be the issue. I have huge FPS issues when I decided to upgrade to Windows 11. When I jumped back to Windows 10, suddenly all FPS issue was gone.
Well, well. Cornish still needs to find the back of the grid again.
Yeah, so we can
It
assume
most
that
likely will be another lap of safety car.
most likely, but still keep in mind that F120 free game and everything can happen. But I feel
Yeah.
really sorry for Ricky that he had to retire because of FPS issue. He was a really good way to even potential win of this race.
Yeah, with the right strategy, for sure.
Yeah, he decided to pit quite early, so potential massive undercut on play. Probably the safety car caused by J Prentice could ruin the strategy a bit, but I might be wrong.
So yeah, now everybody is back together. The only driver with old tires is Matty with 14 laps.
Yeah, when safety car came out, he was on 12 lap old, so 3 laps of safety car we can consider as 1 lap under regular racing conditions.
So he will struggle to keep up with everybody.
Yes, but
Or Porsche maybe as well with the 9 lap old hard tires.
it's still Monaco, and it's not that easy to overtake on this
To,
track.
to
So
overtake, yeah.
so basically, Mati, he don't have to, but he might be a stop sign for Vabu, Borja, and rest of the guys behind. I'm watching driver standings, and it doesn't affect that much anyone, especially that our leaders are not on the race. Looks like good restart for Kepsi once again. Mati
Yeah,
is falling down a bit on the restart.
there's already
Yeah.
1.5 seconds between P2 and P3.
Yeah, and look how close. Oh, a little bit of contact between Borja and Wakanda. Wakanda late braking, and he touched the diffuser of the Alpine in front, I believe. But look how close Vabu is pulling huge pressure.
Will be
Mercedes
a
driver
move.
in front of him.
No.
He stepped back. That could be a minor contact between Ferrari and Mercedes. But look, Mati is already after 1 lap, 2.5 seconds behind Konzo. Oh, not Tom Carter. On the inside with Alice
Oh
start, they
yeah.
both slided a bit on the exit of last turn, and that's the position for Haas driver. While
Wakanda forever.
Borja was
Battling with
swapping
Porsche. Yeah.
position with Vabu, and now he overtook Ferrari for a while, and now he
Oh,
dropped by
we
two
have yellow
positions.
flag
Yellow flags,
by Alista.
it's Ali. I don't see any damage on front wing for him, so that's good news for Mercedes driver. Wakanda, meanwhile, overtook Vabu for P4, and now he will be one to pull pressure on Mati and fight for P3. Now, yes, Wakanda on softs, so he is, I guess, hoping for another safety car. Mati is losing
Yeah.
distance to leading two.
Yeah, and Wakanda forever really eager to get
A little
past
bit
him
of
with the fresh
understeer
soft
for
tires.
Mati. Wakanda
Or
with way
already looking
better
down the inside.
exit, and
And
it
oh
looks like move is
yeah.
done. And
Did
Vabu
very well.
is going side by side on the uphill, and he also
Bravo
managed to
profits from
overtake
it as well.
Mati for P4 right now. Oh, a little bit of understeer for Wakanda over there. So now, question is, how long will those softs be able to handle his pace? Softs are dropping really fast under heavy fuel loads in this game. On the low fuel, not Tom Carter is overtaking Borja for P6. Late braking to the chicane, and he is pulling a pressure right now on Mati. Wakanda Forever is closing the gap to leading two. They closed by 7 tenths since he overtook Mati. So great pace of Aston Martin driver, but he is on soft. Not Tom Carter with 3 second penalty for track limits. He was attempting to
Just
overtake
strict
Mati.
drivers so far.
I guess he cuts turn one a bit, and he lost position to Borja. He's trying from the inside, but Borja closing the door, and Aston Martin on the pressure, Haas under pressure from Mercedes, and it's VSC Haas driver losing completely front wing. It looks like he was completely pushed onto the wall by Mercedes driver. He have to be furious right now. Meanwhile, Wakanda is losing less than 2 seconds to Konzo. Interesting about his delta. It looks like it's green. Mati Robo heading to the
No,
pit lane.
it's not yet.
New front wing
Now we are
for
going again.
Mercedes. Not Tom Carter also heading for the new front wing. Unfortunate incident for
It
Haas driver. And they are both leaving the pit lane behind Cornish Mantus. So, oh no, no, wait, that would be close. But yes, Cornish Mantus is in front of Mercedes of Mati. Wait, Wakanda is 1.1,
is closing up. Yeah,
1.2.
it looks like we will have a three-way battle for P1 in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, and I'm expecting Vabu will be able to join this pack really quick. And obviously, third place for Wakanda is with big question mark at this stage of the race. Borja heading to the pit lane.
Yeah, of course, the soft tires will sooner or
Drop.
later drop for
Borja
sure.
for
Yeah.
fresh medium compound. For Alpine, he will be in front of Cornish Mantus with loads of clean air in front of him. Current gap to Ali on P5 is 17.5 seconds. Wakanda is already 4 tenths behind Konzo. Vabu is closing enough to be in the DRS range behind this pack. So we have DRS train from P1 to potentially P4.
P4, yeah.
But Vabu is on the edge. He might be out. No, he will be
No,
in
he will
DRS
be in,
range.
yes. So it's a four-way battle for P1.
Apologies for that. Yellow flags.
Oh
It's
yeah, we
Ali
have a stationary Mercedes in the last corner.
jumping
And
to the pit lane
Cornish is
immediately.
also crashing in the chicane.
Oh, he
Stationary.
is using reverse gear. Okay, he is able to continue the race.
Yeah. Is there any?
Oh,
Yeah,
and
there's
he lost
a lot of damage now.
front wing now. Not Tom Carter with new fastest lap of the race, putting pressure on Mati.
Ooh, drifting through the second last corner. Very nice, Cornish.
Not Tom
So
Carter
what is the
is,
battle doing in front?
I believe, front runners now will be playing the patience game. If someone made a mistake, rest of them will try to get the advantage on it. And but I'm really interesting about this battle for P6 between Nathan Carter and Mati. Borgia with new fastest lap of the race. And now Nathan Carter, I believe he is a bit too far to make an attempt to turn one. Yes, he was, but it looks like he had better exit, but still too far to make something happen. But he is still trying. He's trying to go to the inside. He's going really close to the contact between of them and to the wall for Haas driver. But this time it looks like everything was clean. Mati, interesting line on the exit before tunnel. Not Tom Carter heading to the inside. Contact between them and virtual safety car again.
I'm not sure.
It
Okay,
could be
Cornish,
Cornish, who
Cornish
lost his
DNF,
front wing on the
but
pit enter.
he did that in the pits, so
Borja without front wing as well. So that could be another
this could be another reason. Yeah.
reason. New front wing for Alpine driver. Really unfortunate race for Alpine team. Borja dropping to P8. What is the last position for now in this race? Fresh, soft tires for the Alpine driver. Meanwhile, Vakanda started to dropping back, but
But
it could be a
I'm not
delta.
sure. Yeah, it's probably just a delta.
So now we have battle, four-way battle for P1 and potentially four-way battle for P5. Because I really don't expect that some of and Kepsi. No,
Oh,
Kepsi, what? And
a lot of
Crash!
a lot of
Wakanda
drive-through
Forever and
penalties.
Fabu.
What
They
happened there in the last corner?
they touched each other on the last corner. Both lost his rear end. Fabu lost his front wing. Wakanda Forever lost the race completely.
What a shame. It went very well for them.
Let's quickly check about penalties.
Yeah, who
Only
has the drive-through?
only
Kepsi.
Kepsi.
Kepsi
Crucial
has a drive-through penalty.
crucial mistake for Red Bull driver. He potentially ruined his own race. He was on the
Yeah, surely.
best way to win this race, and now with
Yeah,
the
this
drive-through,
displace
I mean,
into the cards of Conso or Valbo.
the short pit lane in Monaco. That's the positive for him.
Never
Though
mind.
Vabu decided to retire from the
Yeah.
session, crashing in Sector 2. Unfortunate race for Ferrari driver.
Ooh.
Kepsi, meanwhile,
Oh,
jumped into
all
the
of them three almost crashing into Valbo's
ghosting is
car.
off. I forgot to mention to you about this. Meanwhile, Kepsi still have drive-through to serve. He switched his front wing and tires to fresh medium compound, and now he is only 5 seconds in front of Mati. So after serving his drive-through, I expecting him to be behind Borja on P6. It's only about 11 to 12 seconds gap. Pit lane in Monaco is quite short, but it's still 60 kilometers per hour speed limit. That will be painful a lot for Red Bull driver. Meanwhile, Kepsi, apologies, Konzo might open his champagne bottle and start it to celebrating his Monaco win. Kepsi now heading to the pit lane to serve his drive-through. Not Tom Carter battling with Alistar again. I hope this time it won't end like previous one.
Oh, both going for the.
And
Oh my
oh my,
god!
that
It
was
resulted in a crash.
such unnecessary. Oh,
Both both moved to the right
yes, and
first, and then
Borja
to
almost
the left.
collected Ali on the exit of turn one.
Unbelievable scenes.
Unbelievable. And Kepsi overtaking Ali already for P4. And he will be pulling a lot of pressure.
Oh, we have another yellow flag.
What
Oh, the Haas and the
happened over
Mercedes.
there? I mean, Ali slowed down. He almost stopped on the braking zone to the hairpin, and Tom tried to go overtake him from the. Oh!
Okay,
That was horrific. And both of those two drivers behave
um,
really
I'm not
horrible.
sure what to say right now. Um,
I mean, few moments ago,
isn't that quite on
it looked
purpose?
it looked like Tom hit Alistar on purpose on the hairpin. Now Ali just turned onto Haas driver on the tunnel exit. That was horrific, and that behave cannot be tolerated. Well,
Yeah,
Kepsi
well,
is pulling a lot of pressure
okay.
on Borja. Yellow flags. Yellow flags in sector
Yeah,
one.
all good.
It was Alistar who was,
Leaving console through, yeah.
yeah. So only
But
battle right
well,
on track right
typical
now.
typical Monaco. Over half of the grid not in the race anymore.
Uh, Tom, I believe all three incidents was catched on stream. But you know the rules about your own clip. Now, closest battle on the track is Borja and Kepsi for P3, but they are closing really quick to Mati on P2, and Kepsi is
Ooh,
overtaking Borja in the tunnel. Way more
lovely
speed
overtake.
for Red Bull driver. But now Kepsi might be under the pressure by Borja because we can see he's really low on battery. He was blinking a moment ago, and now he is closing the gap to Mati. He really wants this second spot on the podium.
Yeah, and Matti is really yeah, has a lot of energy to spare
I mean,
to play with.
he had a lot of energy, and he know that driving your own race, avoiding mistakes is the best solution for Monaco. He was starting P10, now he is on podium spot. Ali with new fastest lap, 110, apologies, 817. Borja with 3 seconds for corner cutting, another victim of track limits here on Monaco streets. And look how close Kepsi is. He's trying to the inside on Tabak.
Ooh.
He got the inside
Side by
lane,
side.
side by side. Oh! And
Did-
Kepsi retired
no.
from the session. A minor contact that pulled
Also
Red Bull
hitting the wall.
driver to the wall. He
Oh, and we
lost
have
control.
another incident in the happen. Do you see it?
And Ali,
We have two stationary cars in the happen.
Ali and Konzo. 5-second penalty for Ali for illegal blocking. He was trying to go reverse. I noticed that he hit Williams.
Does Konso have damage? I
Mm,
can't see it yet.
so as I do. But now
But it looks okay
the gap
so
between
far.
Konzo and Mati melted down for almost 25 to just 6 seconds.
Oh, Ali blocking Konso.
Again,
Mm.
okay, that might be quite
It might have
understandable
been
because
only
he was
leaving
oversteering a
only
bit.
yeah. For,
And Konzo, he hits the wall.
dude, what is going on here?
What is going
What a Grand
on
Prix!
over here? The things I can't understand are happening tonight. I know, guys, it's Monaco, but Alistar is still not letting Kenzo lap him down, and the gap is between Mati and Kenzo is closing in. It's just 3 seconds right now. Alistar is really struggling with traction out of
Yeah,
the.
Matti as well. Borja is looking for the overtake,
Yeah, and Konzo
which
is
would be also
completely
very
ignoring
important.
blue flags for him, and it's 5 seconds for ignoring blue flag for Mercedes driver. And he's sliding all over the place. And
Is Alistair blocking Conso that much
yes,
that the other
he's
drivers are also
Mati is
catching
already
up now?
less than 1 second behind Williams driver.
This will be a spicy debrief or reports or whatever.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Alistar, another 5 second penalty. Comes out over. Alistar, what are you doing, my man? I can't believe what do I see. Borja is
Did
now
he
leading the race with 3 seconds time penalty. Konzo is on position 2 with
did he just rig
1.7.
the outcome of the complete race, the race winner, and oh god.
I I'm just lack of words to behave like this.
You don't want to make it very easy for me for my first commentating race.
Yeah, especially in league you don't know about.
Yeah,
But
like before the race, I asked you, yeah, which tier is that? Yeah, what can I expect? And
it's the
it
second
was like, yeah, the
it's
second highest tier. And
the second highest tier, and I was watching most of the races this season and I never seen something like that. Honestly, um, I'm just speechless. Borja is leading right now. It
okay,
looks like his tires are working better comparing to Konzo. I don't see any damage on Williams, but he might have some, especially that as I see Williams is losing most of the time to Alpine on corners. He's gaining a lot on straights.
well,
Alistar left the session. But to be honest, when I was watching this race, I just felt that another gray hairs was showing up on my head. Mati heading to the pit lane for fresh soft compound.
probably for the fastest lap.
Yeah, I believe he was low on battery a moment ago, so he will be recharging and attempting to pull the fastest lap. Borja, meanwhile, not. Oh my god, a mistake for Alpine driver, and he is still not far enough to get this win because of time penalty on
Yeah,
him.
this.
Borja left the session. Connection issue for Alpine driver.
Really? I didn't saw it. Okay. Well, at this point, it doesn't really change anything then.
And according to the rules, he completes over 90% of the race. So now, even if he is driving as AI and he would win, the win will be for him anyway, according to the contest of speed rules.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe that's fair. Konzo is trying to overtake Alpine on track.
Yeah, but at this point, I wouldn't take the highest risk there. Just bring it home.
Yeah, especially that we all know
After such a
how
chaotic
badly
race.
AI might behave on track. Like AI is scripted in this game that they are sticked like with the glue to the racing line, and if you will try to make a move,
Yeah, true. I had an incident like that on Sunday as well. But anyways, with that,
Borja
Borja crossing the line
is
as
crossing the line,
first,
taking checkered flag as first on the
but
track, but is dropped to P2 because of time penalties. Mati
and
is improving
Console takes the
himself a
win.
lot, but it wasn't the fastest lap for of the race for Mercedes driver. He was over 111, and I'm
Ali
pretty
Star
sure,
driver of the day. I think that's
according to the
debatable.
game, it might be because in theory he was in top 4. I believe he won't be classified as he is set as DNF, fastest lap for Mercedes driver, but really questionable drive. So Konzo P1, Borja P2, and Mati Robo on P3. That's only 3 drivers who completed the race. Ali, Kepsi, Nattam Carter, Vabu, Wakanda, Cornish Mantus, Jay Prentice, Ricky, and Rosa Sky. That's 9 drivers who did not finish the race. That's huge, and I'm expecting the stewards have a lot to judge after this race. Let's quickly check the race director. Interesting tire strategy. A
Is
lot
it
of warnings, DNF, drive-throughs. That's huge. Anyway, I think that would be fair, especially watching the circumstances, how the race finished. We won't make interviews with top 3 because, to be fair, that shocked. It would be hard to me to speak with those boys. So thank you everyone for joining us. Fabian, thank you for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you for the invitation here.
Yeah, feel free to hang out
I
around.
I hope my cast was okay. I did my very best
I think it was good
for my
enough,
first time.
especially noticing that it was your first time. Thank you all for watching, and we will see Distinct Vision uh, posting on chat. That's very good commentating on you. We will see you from Monday on Qatar. For EU4, I'll be driving, and I'll be on comms booth for sure on next Thursday for EU1 race. Once again, thank you all for watching. Good night.